Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor, back with another episode of that Rick Taylor Entertainment Podcast. And I'm here with a special guest, man, a dope artist, man. My boy, introduce yourself, man.
Yo, my name is Shun Millions, born out of San Diego, California, raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I mean? It's definitely a pleasure to be here, man. Definitely appreciate you, Rick, bro, for having me, man.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
For sure, man. Thank you for coming, man. First and foremost. Yeah.
Most def.
First and foremost, man, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
You know, I appreciate you for coming out. And pretty much on the podcast and on this show, we like to interview artists of all kind, interview people of all kind, and let you tell your story and give game to the people, or just let the fans know more about you and who you is and stuff like that. And we'd like to get into your background. We're going to get into all that because, you know, it's important on this show.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
Tonight, it's gonna be a special one. You know what I'm saying? You know, my boy Bron tonight, he got the opportunity to pass Kareem.
Let's go.
For the most points. What you think? How you think you gonna get it?
I think so. I think so, man.
I think so too.
Bron is the GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? For him to be at the age he is.
Year 20.
You know what I'm saying? Like, This man is, you know, greatness. You feel me? So at this point, all he can do is just prove it's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So shout out to Bron, man, big time.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Bron. I don't know how many points. I don't know how many more points he got to score to pass Kareem, but
yeah,
he gonna get it done.
Myself, I gotta check on that.
Yeah, and I think, do you think he gonna be in the league long to like play with Bronny?
Most definitely. I truly feel like that's gonna be what his closing out gonna be like. You know, yeah. I feel like if anything, his last season is gonna be with his son. You know what I mean? Or his sons. You feel me? So, you know, with how it's looking with the Lakers right now, I feel like he's just so frustrated. You know what I'm saying? With all these mixed emotions going on with the egos and things like that going on with the franchise or whatever. So sooner or later he's gonna want to leave, you know, and wherever Bronny goes, he's gonna go, you know. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in control of that. But
yeah, it's Bron, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Gonna make it work. My boy Bron, man. Shout out LeBron.
Shout out to the GOAT, man.
Now, to kick it off, man, let's go back to when you said where you was born and raised at, and let's talk about that.
Yes, sir. So, I was born in San Diego, California, December 3rd, 1996. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Sagittarius, baby. But it was more like southern San Diego. I want to say like the nowhere damn near. I wish I could remember the name of the hospital, but you know, at that time, the reason why we was even out in San Diego in the first place, my mom's actually got pregnant out here. My pops was, you know, living out here at the time or whatever. They was working at the similar job and things like that. And, you know, things didn't, you know, go right. She ended up going to California to move for the family, her mom's and stuff like that. And she just happened to stay there, you know, and boom, had me out there, man. And just growing up out there was wild, you know. It definitely wasn't the best, you know what I'm saying? Even though we enjoyed the beautiful side about San Diego, you know what I mean? Even other parts, you know, from LA to Orange County. Mom's worked 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? And she had about 3 boys before me. So it was like 100% like more like, you know, working. I'm with my uncles or my, you know, aunties and stuff like that, and then, you know, she'd come back and spend a little bit of time with me, and, you know, things like that. But we struggled, man. You know, it was tough.
Right, right.
It was definitely tough.
Now I can imagine, like, being out of California, you know what I'm saying, to San Diego, it's a whole different scene from Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, to me, what I would imagine. Let me ask you, like, in San Diego, do they have like because you know, like in California, it's a lot of gang politics and stuff like that. Do like the Crips and Bloods and stuff reach out to San Diego?
Oh, for sure. My uncles, both of my uncles, Uncle PJ and Lamar, you know, they blood to the bone. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Lamar, big cholo. You know what I'm saying? Big stocky nigga. And my Uncle PJ, you know, he's like one of my influences when it came to music. By the way, you know what I'm saying? As a kid. being around him, he always was recording, you know what I'm saying? He even made music with a friend of Tupac's, you know what I'm saying? He got like a, you know, and it, trust and believe, it wasn't like the cool shit. It was more like the old head rap shit, you feel me? So I could say I grew up off of that type of vibe, but the Cali, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely was gang, you know, involved family members and things like that. Moss was in the mix a little bit, but you know, she was more so, you know, just a have fun type of, you know, woman. She didn't really want to, you know, involve herself too much into it.
Right. Now, was when it comes to that, I want to ask them one more question about that, politics and stuff, like your uncles being blood and all that.
Yeah.
Now in San Diego, was it like how LA is, like they ask you where you from, they like, you know, check, like trying to, you know, checking the temperature, see where you from and pressing you and stuff?
Based off of what my uncles, you know, told me off of, you know, they situations and things like that, I can't say I remember, you know, or, you know, seeing any altercations with the time I was out there, but, you know, from family telling me of, you know, what they've been through. Definitely, you know, it's also, you know, real racial, the divided. You have the, you know, the Latinos, and then you have the blacks, you feel me? And if you're not rocking with the Chicanos, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's really no talking. You feel me? So with like my uncles being black, and then my other uncle, you know, he's being in between, it was a little bit of, you know, a blurry line with them two. They really had the best, you know, relationship. So, but it was hell, you know, for him to even be around any like Hispanic area, you know, he'd get jumped. Uncle Lamar had like a lot of homeboys that'd try to help him out, but you know, they couldn't help him out everywhere, you feel me? It was definitely rough on his behalf, you know what I'm saying, out there. But when it comes to like Crips and stuff, like we ain't really see, like I ain't really know of like any family members, you know, speaking about Crips or anything like that being in that area. It was more so like, you know, I wish I could remember the name of, you know, these certain type of gangs, but you know, it was a lot of like Latino gangs, and then it was like the blood culture, you feel me? Like that was just real heavy out there. So, and I can say that followed from the Bay, you know what I'm saying? So if anything, you know, there was like more influence from the Bay, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like San Diego shouldn't even be on that type of tip. You know what I mean? But that's just how I see it though.
Now coming from Cali and moving to Milwaukee, like what was that transition like for you growing up here, and like what was your childhood like growing up here? Man,
so we actually came here on a train. I'm sorry, not a train. We came here on a bus, I believe it was a Greyhound, or actually no, I'm sorry, it was a train and then a Greyhound. Mom's had, you know, got a job at Lena's, you know what I'm saying? I used to go up there with her, spend a little bit of the time there, because, you know, she couldn't afford a daycare at the time. So whenever I could be babysitted by, you know, family members and stuff like that, you know, I'd be around them, you know, things like that. And I was always like a entertainer as a kid, man. I was always dancing, I was always rapping, you know. I was involved in, you know, track and doing spelling bees in elementary, you know what I'm saying? And it was only for so long though that, you know, the school system can keep me, you know, grounded until I got more involved, you know, with like the outside, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. That sounds deep. What do you think made y'all move to Milwaukee? Was it just family? Y'all had family here?
Yeah, mom's father stayed out here. My grandpa stays out here as well. And even though he went to California to even gain custody of her when she was a child, that didn't work out. So he ended up coming back out here. And, you know, he owned a couple of grocery stores. And my grandpa was also a jazz musician. You know, he had a band with my facts. You know what I mean? Like that man is like so cool, bro. Like if you was to have a chance to meet him, bro, you would love him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like one of the most genuine men, you know, you could ever meet. But him and my great uncles had this band. You know, I wish I could remember the name of it right now. And they used to do music out in Chicago. You know, did music out here. RIP to, you know, all three of them. But that was like, when I was a kid, I was around them a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that was a huge inspiration on me. You know what I mean? But I can definitely say, like, it was grandpa. You know, we had a lot of cousins out here as well. Again, I had my dad's side out here, my grandma on that side, you feel me, before she passed. So I was low-key happy and satisfied, man. You know, I was able to be around them, you know what I'm saying? And also my siblings was out here too. My just my two brothers. One of my other brothers was in Atlanta with his dad, and his dad was actually signed producer to a label. I forgot the name of the label, but he did, you know, records with TLC, Usher. Like, my big brother was like around celebrities since he was a kid, and wow. You know, and now my big brother play in films. Like, he played in Hunger Games. He played in what was that, House Party 2, Being Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? So
what's your big brother name?
Jonathan, but his Instagram and, you know, his stage name is John Curley. You know what I mean? He definitely do music on the side as well, but right now you would definitely see him on the film a lot.
Yeah, because you know you said House Party, that got my attention.
Yes, sir.
That's my favorite movie there. That's that whole collection, that whole trilogy, you know, that universe, House Party universe.
I love that.
That's dope, and that's good to see. Like, it's interesting background, bro.
Wait, my bad. Not House Party, How High 2. I'm sorry.
How High 2. Okay.
How High 2. That's what it was.
Okay. Still a good universe to be in. How High, the first one and the second one. I haven't seen the second one yet. I haven't seen it.
Facts. Hey, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like, a lot of people said they ain't really like it. I was a little bit entertained by it, man. Like, it definitely wasn't the best that I expected it to be, but it was a vibe though, for sure. Like, y'all didn't know did they thing.
That's what's up. Now, who and you told us who you was and what you do, but like, who are you? Like, what do you like? You know, what kind of person is you? If somebody was like to try to figure you out or see about you, or just ask who you is, what kind of person is, you know, Shun? So,
number one, man, as I can say this with so much, you know, pride and joy, I'm a father, you know what I mean, to a beautiful 1 and 4-month-old daughter. You know, I also work a lot, man. I'm a barber, you know what I'm saying, on the side, outside of just doing music. I also like get into like eco body a lot. Like, I've been in like a lot of jobs where, you know, I study invasive and native plants, you know what I mean, and how can we benefit from like a lot of these, you know, different plants or whatever it is. And we do, you know, small projects for like grants and things like that, or UWM, and things in that nature. Shout out to Riverside Revitalization Foundation, by the way. Definitely gained like a lot of like experience through them. I even trailblazed the trail down at Oak Creek Parkway and did a presentation for Johnson's Control, and it ended up landing us an extra year of sponsorship for them and this program called SCA. So it was like a pretty dope thing, man, just to be involved in and say that I can accomplish, you know.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's dope, man. Now, when did you get into the music, like, you know, actually being an artist? Like, what, like, you know, besides your brother and stuff like that, what or who inspired you?
So, me and my big brother, the oldest, David, we used to do music when I was 8 and he was like 12. Mind you, he had grew to be like one of the most popping local artists. Like, his name was Day Day the Kid at the time, but he had tracks with like BC the Kid, Young Tunes. Like, he had this hit song called Up Down, and like it. DJ Booba used to, you know, throw these bashes, right, at Club Sugar, I believe. Yeah. And like they have bashes or whatever. And like I just see him, you know what I mean, showing me like little videos on the camcorder of being in traffic, throwing money, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So I was always the young dude inside of like a lot of these parties, you know what I mean, and shit like that. So I was being like influenced, you know what I mean, by him, and like just seeing like how he can like just flourish, you know, naturally. Like, and we was doing music since we was kids. Like, I knew I could do the same thing. So the older I grew, you know, like people like Brandon, shout out Mr. New York, you know, like Brandon knew me since, you know, I was a jit. Like, that's like my brother best friend. So like I started going to parties he threw, you know, like this one rooftop party, man, I'll never forget it. I remember I was like around this group of people, and like they was freestyling, and like, you know, everybody was high as hell. I'm the youngest dude there, mind you. And I just remember freestyling, bro, and like it was crazy how like they just embraced me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, is this Day Day little bro? Like, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, so after that, a lot of people started getting used to me. So once I really started making music and stuff like that, it wasn't hard for like me to grab people's attention, because not only did they know me, they knew me for music, you know what I'm saying? Like, they knew that I rap, you know what I mean? So that was like something that really pushed me to taking the shit serious. You know what I mean? But like I could say it all started at 8 years old. You feel me?
Yeah. Now, how long? Like, you know, I don't know if you answered this. You probably answered. I probably missed it. Because I was thinking about something I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
How long you been doing music? Because okay, let me ask you this: was you around doing music like the 2010, 2011 and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so now I can imagine like how was you killing a lot of like the college campuses and stuff like that, or trying to get out to those?
Listen, that was like always my dream to do, but like I ain't really like get like known until like 2016. You know what I mean? Like for doing music, but like I was dropping music on this magazine site called Hip Hop Relevant, and now they're like one of the most popular, you know, blogs, you know, for artists. Like now you have to really get known to even be mentioned by them. Yeah. But like they used to do like this thing where they used to post every single song I dropped on SoundCloud, and I used to record these songs off of like my phone or like my Chromebook or whatever it was, right? And I definitely want to say years fly by. 2016, I make this song called Northside Trap Bitch, right? First song that I really dropped on like a serious note, like on my SoundCloud, everything. Like I rebranded my name. Like I had a whole different rap name. My rap name before Shun Millions was Chanel De Niro. You feel me? Like it was something different. Yeah, you feel me? Like, so I had to rebrand myself, right? So I was chilling with my boy Zay, Earth to Zay, you know, and my boy 3. And I remember he had just got his reimbursement, you know what I mean, from college. And we was like, bro, we finna go to Guitar Center and buy us a little studio equipment. So we go to Guitar Center, he cash out, we go back to his crib, you know what I mean, he gets everything set up, you know, mind you, he already in school for mixing and shit like that, you know, audio engineering. So he using what he know, and he was like, hey, bro, record that song you made off your Chromebook. I was like, which one? He was like, Northside. I was like, say less. So we make the song Northside. I swear to God, I dropped the snippet that day. I get like so many comments, and I was like, you know what, y'all, I gotta drop this. I like at this time I'm seeing Darr, you know, I'm seeing like crazy. CCM going crazy. Like this is 2016, 2017, back when we had free space, you know, things like that. So, you know, I was like just so motivated to like just be a part of this movement, bro. Like I knew I had what it take, you know what I'm saying? So we dropped the song, first day 5,000 plays, you know what I mean? Next day, all I did was just keep sending it out. I had this homeboy named Dylan Houston that was a writer down at Chiefers, Daily Chiefers, another known, you know, blog, by the way. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. That was the first blog to actually post, you know, Northside Trap, and that landed me a co-sign by Allen Kingdom. And at that time, Allen Kingdom had a song with Kanye West called All Day. I don't know if you remember that song, All Day, how much you niggas ball all day. Yeah. So in Allen Kingdom, he was on the chorus of that track with Theophilus London. And when I seen Allen Kingdom tweet the song, I was so hyped because I'm a fan of his music at that. Shout out to Big Bro as well. You know, still tapped into this day. And you know, he had put me into his group So Cold Records. You know, I was with Young Gravy, Draco McCoy, two dope big artists, by the way, you feel me? So and it was pushed out in Minnesota, you know, LA, things like that, Drelly, a handful of dope.
That's how you've been mixed with a lot of different artists, a lot of different people.
Most definitely. Spooky Black, you know what I'm saying? So like when that had came about, I remember I was in tune with Webster Rex, and he had hit me. He was like, yo, bro, I'm in Minnesota right now at Allen Kingdom birthday party. They playing Northside Trap Bitch. Denzel Curry there, Spooky Black there, Tip, a whole bunch of, you know, underground artists, man. And he telling me they vibing to my music.
How did that feel?
Like, I was so motivated, bro. Like, I called the homies head hitting the roof. You feel me? Like, I was so hyped, bro. Like, and mind you, I'm a strong man of manifesting. You feel me? In prayer. You feel me? So it was like, I remember sitting down saying these things was gonna happen, and they happened. Yeah. Like couldn't nobody tell me anything after that. Like anything that it was that I wanted to do, no matter how long it took, no matter what resources I had, I was gonna make it happen.
That's right, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's manifestation.
Facts.
Excuse me, manifestation is like It's real, man. It's a
Real
big
talk.
thing, man, for sure. You got to speak into existence, and because that could change your mindset on how you like. Once you believe it, you can achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
No,
Now,
that's facts.
now I like that you mentioned all these names like Ish, Darr, Webster X, and even other bigger names. Like, what did like what are your relationship with them, and like, do you do music with them, and like, how important are they to you? Because those are two big names when it comes to like Milwaukee hip hop.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to my brother Ishdar, by the way, man. Talented soul. Me and Ishdar really linked up. I want to say 2018. I remember he had a homecoming show. Actually, no, he had a show in Madison, and it was with Kid Super, a famous fashion designer, and me and the gang slid out there, you know what I mean, and we had watched him perform and stuff like that, and like that's when me and bro like really, you know what I mean, like chopped it up, shit like that, and came back, you know, a little time later. He had another show at the rave, and he was like, yo bro, slide. And you know, I was backstage, you know, chopping it up with the homeboys, but I was also cool with my brother Tone, and Tone was like, you know, brothers with them, so like I was low-key tapped in with them through Tone. And like anytime I put the Tone crib, you know, Buddha be there, E-Matter be there, you know what I'm saying, like chilling. So like after a while, you know, we all became brothers, you know what I'm saying. And like my first birthday party I threw, my 21st birthday party, I did a performance, and I had Mr. New York DJ. I had damn near every single artist in the city at this party, bro. Like it was lit. And Ish didn't pull up, you know what I mean? And I even got like a vlog footage of it. It's up somewhere on my social medias. I'm performing in the front room, and like these niggas just turning me up in the back. Like they always was like supporting me, bro. Like Buddha, Ish, E, like these niggas in Tone, you feel me? They was always behind me, pushing me, bro. Like, yo, Sean, bro, keep doing you, bro. Any show you got, anything, send us the location, we there. And
that's love,
you
bro.
feel me? And like back then I was known for like the house parties. Like I was known for like performing at like every single house party. Like every single house party that was on the east side, from UWM and Marquette, people know me from performing in the basement, you know what I'm saying? So like that was already like another thing that already got my name in the mix a little bit, you feel me? So
now, was these like book shows, or was these like for free shows just to get your name out here?
Some of them was actually paid, some of them was just for free, you know what I mean? Just for the vibe, man, just to be like, yo, let's just pack people in here and let's just like get them to experience who we are for the free. And like if they vibe with us, you know, they'll find us.
Now that's a whole vibe within itself. Like those parties, those house parties, those east side, because it's a whole different vibe down there, you know what I'm saying? It gives me that like that nice sound and that nice vibe about that time.
I love it.
Now, was you tapped in? Like, was you hanging around It's starting them a lot?
So not too much hanging around, but like I definitely want to say, you know, because like I wasn't always the person that was like popping out as much, you know what I mean? Like I was, you know, I was definitely out for shows, you know, events or, you know, parties and stuff like that. But like outside of that, I was real confined when it came to making music and things like that. So like, but anytime I did pop out, or, you know, it was any, you know, things that I was getting into, you know what I mean? Like I either pop up at their events or they pop up at mine, you know, like, or like random days I call Ish, or I'll be with Tony and we'll pull up on Ish or pull up on Buddha, you know what I mean? And I just coincidentally be, you know, smoking with them or whatever it is. So
have you ever been in a video shoot with them and stuff?
A video shoot, because
you know he got one of the it's a lot of people here, like it's a couple videos here that I really vibe with. That's in my tops. And the Ishtar Locals video,
I love that video. I love that video, bro. Video I was not in that video, but I wish I was, bro, because I remember when the Dominican Challenge came out. I think the Dominican Challenge was in that video or something like that, but it was before the Dominican Challenge or whatever. So it was just crazy, like how futuristic they was with that, like one of those effects on that music video particularly. But yeah, Ish was like always, you know, different, man. You know, like
challenge, I remember that.
Like, man, it was just crazy, bro. Like the whole CCM, bro, like just full of talent. You know what I mean? Like my brothers to this day, for real.
Yes, sir. Shout out to them, man. Much love to y'all, man.
Much love.
Now let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
How can you, if somebody was to ask you about your music, how would you describe your style?
I definitely say my style is like a good mix of like Big Sean, a good mix of Jid, you know what I'm saying, a good mix of Mine. You know, I sometimes had that simplicity like Mine, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking who else? J. Cole, you know what I mean?
Do you ever get like a Earth Gang?
I definitely do.
Sometimes?
Yeah. Oh God. Matter of fact, yeah. A couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope because your
that's
voice.
Crazy. You said that.
Like your voice kind of reminds me of one of the artists there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a unique sound. Man,
definitely one of the most talented, you know, artists that I heard from the South. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
That's dope, man. That's a lot of good artists that, like, you know, put in that pot. Mm-hmm. And now it ain't nothing wrong with that neither. Like, you know, somebody, because a lot of people get offended when they say, I mean, I would understand, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong. A lot of people get offended when someone say, oh, you remind me of this, or you sound like this. But that don't necessarily always been a bad thing because it's still, you know, your sound, but they can hear them. But like you can tell who you pulled from, put in your pot and made your own recipe up.
Facts.
So I think that's like definitely a good lineup for that.
I
for that
appreciate
recipe.
you, bro. Thank you, bro.
For sure. You was told me you was a perfectionist and stuff like that. Like, yeah. When it comes to being a perfectionist, is that just like what is that with everything about your music and stuff like that? And where did you put you put your inspiration to go in the booth and stuff and create?
So like now, like, and what's crazy is all my music I recorded of myself. Like, I engineer, mix, and master all my music. But I can definitely say what really made me have that type of drive or just had that type of style of creating was like suffering anxiety, you know what I'm saying, and also being diagnosed bipolar and things like that. I always had these issues with being around people, and these is even with like my day ones and shit like that, right? And I always found myself working better by myself, you know what I mean? So some nights it'd be 3 a.m., you know what I mean? I'll just hop on my computer, load up the Audition, you know, scan in my plugins, you feel me, get everything recorded, and I'll just freestyle, man. I'll just write, you know what I mean? I'll just keep on recording, bro, and just catching all these vibes. And it's like, definitely shout out to Miss Mocha, by the way. Mocha
shout out
Music.
Miss Mocha.
For her to even want to manage me, you know, and have some type of belief in me, man, and just be the first person to do that. And from her to be coming from Atlanta, you know, being in tour management for 1017, you know, Trippie Redd and them and things like that, I truly felt like so motivated, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm actually somebody, like I'm being recognized by somebody that been around true talent, you feel me? So I could definitely say like that made me record in a different way, you know what I mean? Like it'll be days where I'll just be deacon, like just be like so stuck into the point of, I know I can't make this song that I want that's that perfect, but as long as I just keep on, you know, just going 20 times a day, you know what I mean? Whether it's 10 songs, 15 songs, one of those songs gonna be it for me, you know what I mean? And it's like, it'll be days where she'll tell me, yo, Sean, just keep on sending me stuff, you know what I mean, that you will want to fit whatever you told me you want this project to lead to.
Right. Now, let me ask you, like, because you're the second person to say that I had Mo City on here. I don't know if you've seen that episode.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out Mo City.
Shout out Mo City.
That's my boy.
He also said it was a time, like, where I guess it was managed by Miss Mocha, or he's, like, you know, they was rocking together. What is it like being managed by Mocha? Because I know he says she's annoying as hell, but I know I told him, like, that's because she really want to see you in and pushing you to do what you're supposed to be doing. Because if she's not annoying, then it's not doing her job. So, yeah. She annoying to you too?
No, Mocha be on my ass though, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that, you know what I mean? She ain't annoying at all, you know? But even though her and Mo, you know, have like a longer, you know, friendship that's more like a brother and sister, you know? But, you know, just even with the time of me and her, you know, just knowing each other, she always just been, like, on my heels and real with me. You know what I mean? Like, she never sugarcoated anything. She like, yo, bro, listen, if you want this to happen, this is what you need to change. You feel me? So what is it that you trying to do to make sure that happens? You feel me? So that's what made me really build that mindset. You feel me? Like, not taking anything for granted and also not taking zero. You feel me? So... Right.
That's dope, man. Shout out Miss Mocha.
Shout out Miss Mocha, man.
I'm gonna have to get her up here, man.
Facts,
you know
definitely,
she definitely play a part in a lot of people's journey and stuff like that, and that's
the
dope.
GOAT. You know
that's
what I mean?
most definitely dope. Now, I want to touch deeper because I didn't know. Like when we just said you suffer with bipolar and anxiety.
Yeah,
I didn't know, man. Like, what is that like, man?
it's hell, bro. Like now, me being a father, I feel like I took so much pride into it, and now it's like once you bring awareness and once you mention something and once you bring it up as something that you need to fix, that's where the success starts. You feel me? Because I feel like if I was always to hide this thing in, you know what I mean, and like not give people a reason of why I am the way I am, people are somewhat build this weird, impression of me and think that I'm just a bad person, and I don't want nobody to think that, right? So it just came to a point where through all the years of suffering, self-confinement, and like taking my meds and going out to these shows and, just feeling so trapped mentally and not being able to remember certain conversations or not being able to, vibe with certain people because of how I felt. After a while, it started becoming a thing where it was like, okay, am I going to keep letting this be a problem, or am I going to start to, find a solution to this? So I could say I went through a period of meditation. I went through a period of like working out. I went through a period of like trying to eat healthy. I went through all these stages, and something just couldn't stop it. You know what I mean? And I just couldn't pinpoint it. Right. So I remember I finally went to a therapist, and it was nice for about a day or so. You know what I'm saying? But then I started realizing, I was like, yo, I was starting to get a little bit angry. You know what I'm saying? Because I started to feel like I was being judged. Like, I don't know why, but I just felt like that. You know what I'm saying? And even though I feel like that wasn't her intentions, but I feel like that's just how it was, and it's like, once you catch yourself at these moments, you just like, when you sit at home and you just be chilling in the dark and you just like had those moments when you write in your journal, you just try to like just reflect off of your day. I was thinking about that moment, and I just felt like how cruel I seemed. And it's like, yo, I really have to change myself. You know what I'm saying? Like something has to stop, so my daughter is like my number one motivation to this. I like pretty much been trying to put myself into more of a positive routine, with things and stuff like that. Definitely been helping. Medication, I'm definitely in the process of, trying to, get like a better type. So far I've been on Paxil, Lexapro, things like that. And I would never say to people that suffer this as well, don't take these medicines, because at some point when this feeling gets uncontrollable, it's scary for the people you love, because they don't want to harm you, they just want to help you. And that's something I had to understand, so when you have these flash outs and when you have these mood switches and things like that in these days of where you don't want to talk but you might attack, just think about how helpful that medicine can save their life, you know what I'm saying, or save them from being traumatized, right. Because it's not their fault, that's something that I have to accept as well. And that's just something that I want to be clear on, man. Medicine should definitely be something that's prioritized if you really deal with chronic mental disorders. I would never want to see our people bad out here. And the issue in a lot of our black communities now is that we don't have enough mental facilities to give out, medicines and things like that to help these youngins. And that's why there's so many killings. There's a lot of schizophrenics on the street, that ain't safe.
Yeah, man. That's
you know what I mean?
Crazy.
So
that's deep, man. Like a lot of people, like, probably go with the stuff and we don't even know about it. Like we don't even know it.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you, like, when did you first discover that you had this? Like, how did you know, like something's wrong with me or something like that?
I could definitely say I was 7 years old. My mom's single mother, I had a stepfather at the time, she was with all abusive men, mental and physical. And I remember I used to have blackouts, it'll be days at school. We'd have, certain moments where I had to be, put into like a certain room because I couldn't be in the classroom. I might lash out or whatever it was. Also came from being traumatized as a youngin'. In San Diego, mom's been through some gruesome things. And for me saving her life, as a youngin', I feel like that played like a huge part in like how I seen people growing up. I used to look at everybody as evil. You know what I'm saying? Like I hated people. You know what I mean? Like I truly used to wake up every single day as a kid just head in the book. You know, and that's why I was good at the spelling bee. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really cared too much about people. I more so just knew that I had to do whatever mom said, you feel me, or whatever my stepmom said, you know, and just get back home and live on life or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely say at 7, at that time, I started noticing routines, and I started noticing moms giving me medicine. I started noticing, you know, certain talks, you know, special attention, I want to say, from her, you know what I mean, that wasn't with my other siblings. And that was like what really started helping me see it a little bit, but I didn't understand it yet, you know what I mean. Didn't understand it yet.
Now, how long did you like it take you before you like tried to find out what was going on, or talked about it with somebody, or even went and tried to get help?
I definitely did therapy at 8. I want to say when it was like 9th grade. I did therapy for the first time, 9th grade. I went to Vincent High School when I was so bad that every single day, moms had to come into the school, cheap house had to come to the school to get me because they wouldn't let me leave the class until a parent or guardian, you know, spoke to them. And then it came to a point where I couldn't go there no more. So then I got kicked out of my mom's crib at the age of 13. I'm sorry. So it happened at, you know, around that time. Got kicked out of mom's crib at the age of 13. Moved in with my grandpa, you know, living with my big bro at the time, stuff like that. And I'm going to Vincent. But every day they having to come to the school, you know what I'm saying? And it was like I was skipping, you know what I mean? I'd be trapping outside of school, you know, by the woods and shit. And if you know Vincent, you already know all the, you know, the dugout spots, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be either smoke, you know, be with some females or something like that. So I definitely was around some bad kids, you know.
Yeah, Vincent itself is a whole different monster, you know what I'm saying? Vincent is one of them ones for schools, you know what I'm saying?
That was a motherfucker, for real.
Man, but that's crazy, man. Like, shout out to you, man.
Thank you, brother.
For sure, for being open about that and talking about it. And by you speaking about that could make somebody else who's going through that want to speak about it and get help.
Always.
Yeah, and then, like, that's just, like, and just to see the type of person you is, and, like, your vibe to me is, like, seem like you're a good dude, humble guy.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, for
Same
sure.
to you, bro.
And it seems like you're a positive person, and like, you know, you happy.
Yes, sir.
I don't really, be around too much, but just like your vibe from like whether it's online or just meeting you in person and just seeing how you putting all that into the music and grinding and just being like a dope artist, that says a lot. And like,
Thank
you know
you
what I'm
so
saying?
much, bro.
For sure. And that's just a way for you to, like, you know, put it out and express yourself as well.
100%. 100%.
Now, do you believe that music has influenced people? And, like, if so or if not, like, let's just say if so, if you do believe that, how do you go about doing your music? Does that affect you doing your music, or do you take that into consideration about what you talk about and stuff?
Yes, sir, 100%. Like, I was gifted the opportunity to perform for Channel 12 WISN. I did a 30-minute set, and the first song I did was "Give to Me," and I feel like it was no perfect track to do on a TV, national television. You know what I'm saying? Where another person could be watching. And it's crazy because...
And I'm starting to cut you off. Was that live too?
Yeah, yep, okay. Live, yep. And no rehearsal, by the way. So
okay.
I was making the best of it, man. But just like that song "Give to Me," like the whole point of me making that song, I literally spoke my life out on that. You know, from speaking about how my father wasn't in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like how my job was, you know, letting me off and dropping the mixtape, praying I get a deal, you know. And it's crazy. It's a whole story about that. I have to tell you a different time. But it was just like so many things that I spoken to this song that I felt like, yo, that moment was so perfect for that. Like I made that song for that for that moment. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I made music, I always thought about, you know, others, you know, and I'm heavy on hip hop 101, you know, when it comes to collective conscious aspect, you know.
Yeah.
Make music that people can feel, or make music of situations people go through, you know, or feelings, because as humans we all share one thing, and that's emotion, you know what I mean? So we all go through things, you know. So speak about the reality, you know what I mean, and that can push, you know, somebody, you know, a bit further in life.
Yeah. Man, that's dope. I want to ask one more question before my final question.
Yes, sir.
I see you said something about conscious. And I was talking to Mo City and even Von Alexander before. Like, I was asking, like, you know, when it comes to the music that y'all make and stuff like that, you know, we got our trap sound or our slap sound and our dumper music and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I really never knew what to call the side that you guys did and stuff like that. Because, you know, a lot of people get offended when they say it's backpack or it's when they say it's just hip hop. Would you consider? But I never thought. I don't know why I never thought of this. It could be like that. You don't feel like this neither because y'all just all dope artists just create art. Period. Would you would you call yourself a conscious rapper?
Yeah, of course, most definitely, with pride and joy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's if you're a person that study hip hop, you'll know how important that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, how do you feel like y'all genre is doing here in the city or just worldwide, period?
Good, man.
Especially here, though.
Real good. Shout out to my brother Huey V, son of Rock Nation.
Huey V,
you know what I mean?
Dope artist.
That's my brother, man, like, for real. Shout out to Ish, you know what I mean? Like, these is, like, all the examples of showing, like, you can still make music that's not faved by the locals, but that doesn't mean that you're not universal. You know what I mean? And that's not nodding off away from the local, you know, fave, because that can become universal, of course. I don't know if y'all have been seeing. We've been viral as hell. You know what I mean? But it still shows, like, yo, if you stick to making the music you make, it's about 4 billion people on Earth. You have an audience somewhere. We just have to know about the marketing aspect, finding that audience, and catering to those people. You know what I mean? But that's the niche to it, though. You know what I mean?
Because I think, like I said, like you said, like it may not be favored all the time by locals, but we don't know that. But we know it's definitely some dope music, and it's like, you know, a lot of people listen to it, and they get a lot of people through stuff because it be getting me through stuff, and I like listening to a lot of that music and stuff like that. I'm big on both genres, really.
Same. love both sides.
Yeah, but I kind of lean more towards the conscious and like, you know, the laid back music and the stuff that making me think and stuff like that.
I feel that.
Yeah, I really like that. It relaxes me and stuff. Yeah,
I'm definitely with you on that one. Same way. Like remember, like we were saying, Selection Radio.
Yeah,
you know
Soul Selection. Yeah, and I gotta tap into that. And man, it was good chopping up with you, and it's good to hear, like, you know, see where your journey is taking you and your music career is going.
Man, likewise, brother.
Yeah, you've been in those studios. You've been on all, like, on the news and stuff. The rave. You said Channel 12 too, wasn't it? Channel 12, like all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure all these, like, you know, how did that come about? Like, was these all like just with people like blessing you or just being the right place, the right time?
Big time, man. Like, you know, just with the beautiful relationships I was able to grant. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Aaron. You know what I mean? From No Studios. Shout out to my boy Nell from the rave. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. Like, that just, like, continue, you know, believing in me. You know what I mean? Like, and not giving up.
Right. And that's dope, man. Like, it's definitely, your hard work is definitely paying off.
Thank you so much, brother.
Say that for sure.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Now, my final question for you, man. I want to know. I ask a lot of people this. Who is your top 5 MCs? Or top 5 rappers of all time, dead or alive, local, mainstream, whatever, top 5.
Can I do like 2 top 5s, like for local and like industry?
Yeah.
Okay, top 5, like in industry, I'll definitely say not the new Big Sean, because I don't know what the hell been going on. Yeah. But
they finally famous Sean.
Finally famous Sean, you feel me? Like, I do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But Big Sean, Wayne, I definitely say Biggie, Sugar Free.
Word?
Yeah, Sugar Free for sure in my top 5.
Yeah, that's
you know
what's
what I
up.
mean?
Shout out Sugar Free. I was the first.
You know what I mean? Like, Cali baby for real, you know? So it's like Sugar Free always to put me in that zone. And then, like, I have to end the 5 off with Cole. You know what I mean? I definitely have to do that. But with, like, Milwaukee, I definitely say 1. A lot of people haven't heard of him yet, but for the people that do, Earth to Zay, he's a dope talent out the city.
You say his name? What is his name?
Earth to Zay.
Earth to Zay.
Yeah, me and him have a couple tracks with with each other too, by the way. I definitely say Huey V. 3, I definitely say Mo City, because that Mo vibe is so big crit and just so also, but it's not big crit, it's just him. Like I just feel like Mo is so him. It's like I don't even hear no comparison no more. You know what I mean? Like I'm just so him. You know, in tune with his vibe.
Yeah, that's who he is outside the music.
Facts. And it's crazy. Even me and Mo got a song together. I was supposed to drop on the project before my last one, but I had to say my 4 is who is my 4? I definitely say Buddha for sure. Buddha definitely impresses me every time. And then
that's Buddha Darr.
Buddha Darr, yup.
Shout out Buddha Darr. I'm supposed to have him on here. I'm gonna get you on here, bro. I ain't forgot about you. And I was supposed to interview Huey V too. So
Huey V, man,
we gonna make that happen one day.
That's my boy. And the 5 to end it off, man, I'll definitely say Ace Parker. Ace Parker is a talented cat, man. Real talented cat.
That's dope. You just said some names, different names, and you put me on to a lot of locals. Couple people from the city. Dope. There's a lot of dope artists here, man. Just period that we don't know about. A lot of people just like now getting tuned into. And it's the city is definitely lit.
Facts. Shout out to Milwaukee, man. And also appreciate you too, Rick, man, for having me, bro. You know, definitely a pleasure meeting you, bro. And you know, meeting up and just chopping it up, bro. And being able to touch on, you know, sensitive topics, man.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people is really, you know, there mentally to even, you know, have those type of talks, you know. And I definitely respect that about you too, bro. You know what I mean? 100%. Sure. So.
And I definitely, like I'm saying, I had to get you up here, man, because I seen how interested you was on being on here.
You, bro.
And when I, you know, sir. For sure. Now when I hear people like, and I see how people really be passionate about getting on here and just really rocking with the podcast, it just mean a lot to me.
Definitely, bro.
And I've been seeing your name around for a while.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You, man. And like I said before, man, like, you know, just seeing like all your work, bro, over time, and even just seeing you rap too, bro. Like always, like, yo, this cat is like different and dope. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, man.
Like even if you hopped in the rapping aspect, bro, you would definitely go far.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Facts.
You know, I try to dabble with it again, like, you know, and I look at a lot of artists like you and Mo and Von and all them, like, y'all inspire me, bro. I ain't lying.
Bro.
Like,
thank you,
for sure.
Man.
From the videos and concepts and stuff like that, and just the culture wise.
Facts. Like, Von is so cold, man.
He cold, bro. It's like
Shout
my favorite artist.
Von. Hell yeah,
for sure. Him and Mo, for sure. And then, more people too.
Yeah, man. R.P. Cheapskate too, man. Cheapskate was one of them. You know what I mean? Definitely was another local GOAT. You know, he was definitely known around with like Ish and them, man. So, but shout out to Von, man. You know, all these dope artists out here. Keep doing y'all thing. Do not give up, man, and just keep on, you know, representing Milwaukee. You know what I mean? That's the best we can do right there.
Yeah, you already know, man. Like I said, I appreciate you even coming on here, bro.
Thank you, brother.
For sure. And let the people know where they can find you and what's next.
Yeah, man. So right now I'm working on my project. Name of it has not been announced yet, but real soon. We're expecting this to be out by the summer, you know, in the middle of the summer. So definitely be on the lookouts for that. You can find me on social media, Instagram, Shun Millions, you know, Twitter, Shun Millions, Facebook, Shun Millions, SHUN, no other Shun. And yeah, SoundCloud as well, Apple Music, Shun Millions. So definitely vibe out to all my latest music, you know. Try to, you know, tap in with me more, go and get used to my content on YouTube. I post a lot on there, you know, so hopefully I can be rocking out with y'all soon, man. We can be doing some, you know, dope, crazy events in the city one day.
Yes, sir. You already know.